Hi guys, today I have something really red. Yay! I think some of you are it's like, hey Bobby, why you never review Ferraris? Yeah, that's when that's a Ferrari 488 GTB. This is the successor of the 458. And even though it is very similar to the 458, in fact it is sort of based on the 458, but then we all know that Ferrari now has a almost like a full turbocharged strategy to it. So this one has the 3.9 liter V8. They didn't reduce the engine size by a lot. I mean, previously it was 4.5, right? But that engine is crazy, 4.5, and it makes almost 600 horsepower. So this is 3.9 V8 turbocharged, and it makes 670 horsepower, 760 Newton meters of torque. How technology has progressed, right? Just think about it. The so-called, previous generation hypercars, the Enzo is pedestrian compared to this, man. This is crazy fast. Now, do you like the design? When I first saw the car from pictures, I was like, oh, they ruined the 458's design. If you still remember the 458, right? You have that little slit that opens here on the headlamps where air channels through and all that, and then you have that rubber thingy down here that changes shape as the car speeds up. So that was quite a revelation. But now that I see the car in real life, and if I don't judge it based on whether it succeeds the 458 or whatever, if I just look at it from a design perspective, right, this car is a looker now. So I'm really convinced now, especially from this angle. Look at the doors, how the doors was contoured and to channel air into the rear intakes. And it sort of feels as if there is if you look at it from this angle, right, look at the rear wheel arches. It sort of have that, that Ford GT feeling where it looks like it's separated from the body. Yeah, that really makes this car look like you have a center cocoon for the passengers, and other than that, everything else is functional, is aero derived. So that's how this car looks like. It's very sleek. I love the classic 5-spoke wheels. I mean, if you buy a Ferrari, you go and change those, don't know what Vossen, whatever wheels, you are an idiot, right? Ferraris have to have their beautiful 5-spoke wheels. Okay, these are carbons, of course. Look at them, the carbon brakes. They're huge, man. And even though Ferrari has this classic color for their logo, right, the horse and then the yellow background, I somehow find it a bit sticker-ish. Okay, but anyway, this is the real deal, huh? Very little turbo lag. Very little. Almost none. This is how good they are in doing their stuff. Okay? So, and then this car, you have sort of like you don't need to take out the key fob to poke it in here, but they just leave this there for heritage. But it is one heritage that I felt they should have give up, the keyhole, because I don't know, man. That's the Italians for you. Let's go inside. Yep. So this time around, Ferrari finally has keyless, but it's not keyless entry. They still want you to hold the door handles and open them, like how a car should be. And yeah, all right. Oh, there it comes. Lovely, huh? Now, is the interior beautiful? I'm not sure, man. All right, so that's how it is Sorry, I have to lower the aircon. Just now it was blowing air, blowing large volume of no! Shut off the auto. Okay, sorry. Yeah, it was blowing large volume of air through tiny little holes. Now I really like how Ferrari designed their interiors, because they might not have the most absolute precise finishing when it comes to their interiors, but there is a beautiful human touch to the things that they build. Seriously, I mean, you can have the most precise things done by machine, but you can only have the kind of perfect imperfection from actual people working on your stuffs. And that's how a Ferrari interior looks like. You don't need matching stitches, but somehow, if you judge things on how precise they are, they might not be the most, but there is that human touch to it that makes it feel really, really special. So let me quickly go through the interior. The passenger gets sort of like a gimmicky screen to show different parameters, because everything here is angled towards the driver. So this is to make the passenger feel like, wow, I can see the wraps and all that. But this is not the brightest screen that they sort of source. I mean, from the sides, when you look at it, it's sort of, the color turns negative, and yeah, these are really like some old school screen technology, low res as well. But anyway, but it's interesting. All right, look at the shape of the air vents. It's really for design purpose. Look at the shape of this air vent. That see, that's what they do. Right here is totally angled towards the driver, and here is for the passenger. So it's really for design. They pen it on paper. They try to be as wild, as imaginative as possible, as crazy as possible, and then they just build it. They don't care whether it's convenient or not. I mean, things are within reach. Alright, so turbo, whatever, VDA, pit and all. Wow, these are crazy stuffs that I wouldn't be able to fully grasp what they do for now, but wow, this is like a sculpture. This looks like a sculpture. Okay, so you go reverse, right, and then you have the launch control, and then to go into neutral, you pull both pedals at the same time, and then to drive, to enter D, sort of D, you just pull the right pedal one time, and it will shift by itself and all that. You can, while you are rolling the car, you can double push the pedals to move into neutral, and then you rev the car just for fun. You can do all this, right? So this is a Ferrari. Everything is on the steering wheel, so you have your signals. See, I can guarantee you these buttons will be sticky. They will be, and they don't care, because when they're not sticky, when they're new and they're not sticky, they feel really good, because these are some really nice rubbers. They feel good. All right. The wipers are all controlled here, you know, so that's how it is. Oh, see, push it back up to stop it. So so you push it down so that it will move faster and faster, and then you pull it back. So they have pedal shifters for your wiper, right? Yeah, so you can like, well, I have a set of pedal shifters for my gearbox. I have pedal shifters for my wipers and lights. Okay, suspension setting is here as well. These toggles the car into different mode: wet, sport, race, you know, traction control off, even more stuff's being turned off, you know. Yeah, that's crazy. So normally we'll leave it in sport. So this is a Ferrari by default is sport. Okay, and as you look behind, oh dear, isn't that a beautiful sight? That's a very, very beautiful sight. That's the engine, 3.9 V8 turbo. Alright, other than that, inside here is pretty normal, because it's a sports car. This is a proper sports car. You don't go into a car, right, with swaths of leather and all that very cushy mushy material everywhere, and then they call it a sports car. No, This is a sports car. Alright, it is sort of bare minimal, but they input a lot of, you know, interesting design stuffs in here, and it's all about the drive. Here it will show you the revs, I mean if you need to upshift and all that. Yep, and then the turbo gauges, it's all there. Ooh, can you hear it? Yeah, that's the sound of a Ferrari. Beautiful. I'll show you the engine. Ooh, can see it move a bit, huh? Yep. Brilliant. Alright, let's go for a drive. The door handles are here. These are really painted plastics. Okay, you can open the fuel gauge here. The front bonnet's there. Alright. Do you still need me to show you the back? Because it's kind of pointless, right? That's the back. 488. What's interesting is this. Look at the camera, it's there. It's there. I can imagine if you have a live feed of the camera from the car, it will be pretty cool to see it from such a low angle behind. Right? Yeah. So, yeah. It looks really clean, but there's a lot of aero stuff going on in this car. Okay, the air travels around, and yeah man, it's a Berlinetta mid-engine, and yeah, we should go for a drive now. Too much talking. Hi guys, we're in a Ferrari. Yay. And she hasn't put on her seatbelts.
Oh, okay.
No need to review. You all watch other things. You all watch other things. Or you all get the info from elsewhere. I don't feel like working for you guys today, because my mouth is just like, yeah baby. That's a 488 GTB, and to be completely honest, is nowhere near as good as the older ones in terms of how it sounds. But in terms of turbocharged engines,
older one sounds better.
Yeah, those naturally aspirated ones, those without turbos.
This one sounds quite good.
Oh yeah, this one sounds quite good, but
not as good.
Yeah, not like those older ones. Those sound brilliant. Of course, I haven't gone full bore yet, so yeah, the roads here are not that good. Oh, it's comfortable. Let me tell you that this is comfortable. The car is so easy to judge because there is nothing in front of you. Nothing. Because the front is so short, because this is a mid-engine car, right? The engine is behind, and the seating position, the view ahead. I can imagine if you drive this car on a racetrack, on a busy day on a racetrack full of people, right? They put aside the width of the car. It is so easy to overtake. It is so easy to judge whether you can clear the front or not, guys.
Wow, they're sharp.
The front and
we left him in the dust.
of course, it's a Ferrari. 670 horsepower, man. 700 Newton meters of torque. Mid-engine cars. When you accelerate, right? Yeah. Okay. Does it have the high pitch? Nope. The older Ferraris, they have that. No longer the days. No more. No more. So this is sort of like, okay, not that bad lah. This is like Andrea Bocelli singing Nessun Dorma instead of Pavarotti. It's nice. It's nice. But it's not there. The sound is good, it's nice, but it's not there, seriously. It didn't reach that pitch, you know? So I was kind of hoping for it to do so, but that's just the sound part, right? That's just how it sounds. But in terms of other stuffs, oh man, it drives like a proper Ferrari, man. The turn-in is so sharp. Oh, power on tap. Oh, 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 oh. Signal lah, Vios. Anyway, oh, this is. I mean, whoever doubts Ferrari, right, for being able or not to build cars that drives like that, no one ever doubts that. No one ever. But oh. Even during a mid-turn, even during a mid-corner, the way the car reacts is, you're on the left lane, you want to go to the right lane, you can just do so, and then the car is super sharp, super duper sharp. Wow, wow, wow. Wow, wow, wow. And yeah man, this is something. This is, yeah. So, is this car livable daily? Totally now. It totally is able to live daily because it's really comfortable inside here. Soundproofing is good, it's comfortable, it's all leather wrap. I have a lot of compartments to put my things. There's a huge boot up front. And I hope, touch wood, they just don't go up on fire. That's the old Ferraris. And now it's perfectly livable as a daily car to drive. The visibility is excellent, even though I'm hearing the aircon fan quite a bit. But yeah, that's a Ferrari. Nice. What we're gonna do is a bit different. I'm not gonna pretend that I'm really good in driving, so I'm gonna just use it like how a normal Malaysian would use it if you pay tax. If you pay tax, your car is in KL or cities, unlike not in Langkawi, right? Yeah, just gonna drive it like as if I own it today. Let's be honest, I am not skillful enough to explore maybe the other 60% of this car. I'm not there. I mean, you bring me to a racetrack, yeah, I can pretend to be Chris Harris a little bit, throw it out a little bit, but other than that, right, cars like that, they're way beyond what mere normal amateur drivers like me can do or can explore. But you know that there's another allure of Ferraris is that their depreciation ratios are the strongest when it comes to comparing between Ferrari and Porsche and Lamborghini. Ferraris are unreal. The reason is simply because no matter how old a Ferrari is or how old a person is, being able to buy a Ferrari means something. It It's sort of as if someone who, you know, goes into business and all that, and then they dream that, oh, one day I would love to be able to afford a Mercedes. Maybe by the time when he can afford, he might be cross-considering between Mercedes or Audi or BMW or Lexus or whatever. But that saying that I hope one day I can afford a Mercedes, that is the default thinking. And if you go up one rung up or two, I hope one day I can drive a Ferrari, or I can own a Ferrari. Yeah. Not many people dare to dream that they can own a Ferrari one day, but many people dream that they can even sit inside a Ferrari or touch it or drive it one day.